Hi, welcome to X3, One Topic, Three Pundits. I'm your host, John C. Dvorak. I'm here with Andrew Eisner and Joe Engo, the two other pundits. It looks like some interesting apps coming out, including a 3D visualization off of Google, and the other one, of course, is all these panorama programs that are more interesting than the old-fashioned. The old-fashioned panorama program, you stitch three images and you get a big image.
Right, yeah.
But it's not quite the same as this is now. In fact, Joe, you've been looking at both of these.
Yeah, so the Microsoft one requires you to actually, take individual shots.
And this is the one that's getting all the publicity.
It's called Photosynth, and I mean, it's one of the interesting aspects about this app is that they brought it out for iPhones and iPod Touches. So I mean, I'm not sure before they brought it out for Windows Phone 7. So it's a cool app. So I mean, does this make sense?
Well, they want to move a few copies apparently.
Yes.
Well, Microsoft's trying to pimp, Bing and Silverlight, because you have to have your Silverlight to actually interact with it on the website. But this is not the first application like this. One of the best ones, if you want to do individual shots, is Auto Stitch on the iPhone. It's like $2.99 or something like that, and it does a fantastic job of stitching these together. But there's another one called 360 Panorama that you don't even have to take individual shots. You just move the camera like this, and it just
kind of paints the picture.
Everything on.
I saw this, and I think it's one of the coolest apps I've seen for a long time. You essentially hold your camera phone, and then you kind of like you paint the image, and
it stitches it all together.
It stitches it all on the fly.
Stitches it live,
so you can go right back across the same area, and you can.
And it's also interesting how all this is coming back. Remember, like QuickTime VR? I mean, this was years ago that they had sort of these stitched VR. You had special VR cameras, but the Photosynth one is interesting too because you create these, the whole up, down, left, and right, and you can send them to friends, and they can look at them on their phones.
There's already iPhone apps that do this actually, and what you could do is you could just kind of flick through and just get a 360-degree view of an area. But exporting it's kind of a pain in the neck. I mean, this makes it very easy for anybody just to take a quick panorama.
What about the 360 product? And when you get the image, what do you end up with?
Well, you just end up with a flat image.
It's a big,
that's one of the
flat
things
image.
that the Microsoft app has over that is that you can actually just send a link out to somebody and say, hey, check out this.
And you can hook it into Bing.
And you get you can move around and you can turn.
Well, on the website you could turn around and look at the what's going on.
But you have to go to the website, but you don't end up with a so you have to go to the website to see these things.
Correct.
And this other 3D app is very cool from that. It's from a Swedish company, and these guys came out of Saab aircraft. Saab was actually an aircraft company before it was a car company, or at the same time. But they have this technology where they're doing aerial photography and zooming in into the city, and it's really very impressive. You saw it at CES, and you just kind of like go down and into street level.
Yeah, you could actually go flying. It's almost like a Spider-Man.
Very realistic looking. It's
right, and the buildings are actually on I think Google Maps now. Just a regular one. They have that 3D, but it's all blocks.
No,
it's like a block. It's a building. You see, it's a tall building, but it's just all gray. But this is the actual building with the windows. I mean, you can almost see inside.
It looks a little bit unpolished. I mean, the graphics are a little bit jagged, especially on the edges. But over time, they're going to make this a lot more polished, so you can just navigate any city you want.
Because I mean, this is all based on photography, so I don't know whether it's bandwidth or what, but it's eventually they say they're going to make it. You're going to make it able to go inside the building, so you go zoom down and then go right in, and it'll be a more virtual reality.
I heard about this company, which unfortunately...
you guys trying to get into the women's bathroom.
I heard about this company, which I unfortunately don't remember the name of it, but what they're doing is they're doing views from each of the hotel rooms. So before you even go to a hotel, you can actually see exactly what view you're going to get from your
didn't they do an
room.
expose on that and said how bogus it is because they distort all these things? The room looks very big, and then
no,
20-millimeter lens.
No, I'm not talking about inside the room. I'm talking your view outside the room.
Outside the room.
So, for example, if you go to Vegas, you can see exactly what your view is going to look like.
I see.
And it's very good if you're a photographer. Exactly.
Back of a building. You can make any room look great with a 20-millimeter lens.
Sure.
Not a fisheye, but a regular 20-millimeter. It just opens the room up. And wow, the place is spacious. You go, there's a bed against the door. Anyway, by the way, we have a new Twitter feed that people should subscribe to. X3 at X3 Show, and you can follow some of our tweets. I think Joe's you're the one that's maintaining this, right?
Yeah, I'm just posting new episodes on there currently.
Good. You've been watching X3.